Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steph Curry and DeSantis lead Warriors to dramatic road win over Pistons. The Golden State Warriors began a 4-game road trip on Thursday night by visiting a red-hot Detroit Pistons team, since the Dubs were coming off consecutive one-sided home losses in which they had about as much energy as a college kid. Early on Saturday morning, it was fair to wonder what type of team would show up, another lifeless one or a spirited and inspired team. Thankfully it was the latter, despite playing without Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Brandon Podmski and Gary Payton too. The Warriors played impressively and full of life and left Detroit with a 107-104 victory and a winning record once more. It didn't start out well though, after Buddy Hield, starting in place of Wiggins, scored on the opening possession. The Warriors seated a 12-2 run. The Warriors answered with some exceptional defense led by Draymond Green, but were struggling to score. They managed to respond with the 6-0 run, but Detroit called timeout and answered with a 5-0 run of their own. Interestingly, the Warriors were all about the paint to start the game. Their first 14 points came in the paint and they missed their first 6 3-point attempts. It wasn't until DeSantis thrust into big action with the team so short-handed knocked in a triple with about 4 minutes left that the Dubs made a shot from distance that was part of a 15-5 run that gave the Warriors lead, which was sparked by Santos and Tracy Jackson Davis. The quarter ended in grinding away, with the Warriors narrowly leading 25-23. Their Warriors had just won 3 in the first quarter but came out firing in the second. Steph Curry drained a 3 on the first possession and Santos W on the second possession. The threes kept coming and a Hield triple a few possessions later made it 37-28 and forced a Pistons timeout. Golden State was playing very hard, which was a sight for sore eyes, even though the execution wasn't great, but the execution was great for Santos, who had a breakout game. Santos did it all, draining threes, making extra passes, grabbing steals, chasing down rebounds and loose balls, drawing charges and sparking the team. On one sequence he made a 3 on one end of the court and drew a charge on the other end, which led to a Lindy Waters 3 triple, pushing the lead to 13 points with about 5 minutes left. NBA rumors why Warriors won't trade for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's trade request from the Miami Heat has sent shockwaves through the NBA, with speculation rampant about his next destination. While Butler's playoff pedigree and reputation as a fierce competitor make him an enticing prospect for contenders, the Golden State Warriors are reportedly not interested in pursuing the 6-time All-Star for run-it-back FDTV, despite their need for more firepower alongside Stephen Curry. The Warriors are unwilling to part with prized young forward Jonathan Kuminga, one of the key reasons they are bowing out of the Butler sweepstakes. Jonathan Kuminga, the 7th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, has been at the center of the Warriors' developmental plans. At just 22 years old, Kuminga offers an enticing blend of size, athleticism and defensive versatility, traits that align with Golden State's vision for their future. Although his minutes have fluctuated this season, Kuminga has shown significant flashes of growth, particularly in his ability to guard multiple positions and attack the basket and transition. Sources close to the Warriors have emphasized their reluctance to part with Kuminga. Even for a player of Butler's caliber, the team views him as a critical bridge between their current championship window and a future that remains competitive after Stephen Curry and others move on. Moving Kuminga in a trade for Butler, a 35-year-old with an expiring contract, would contradict the Warriors' long-term strategy of blending veteran stars with emerging talent, while Jimmy Butler's two-way dominance and playoff reputation would theoretically make him a seamless fit alongside Curry and Green. The Warriors have several reasons for passing on a potential deal. For starters, any trade would likely require Golden State to include Andrew Wiggins to match salaries. Wiggins, despite his inconsistency this season, remains an integral part of the Warriors system. His ability to defend elite wings, stretch the floor and score efficiently was pivotal in their 2022 championship run. Kuminga's development remains a priority for Golden State, while his scoring numbers have yet to consistently pop. His defensive prowess and ability to thrive in transition make him a tantalizing prospect. The Warriors have invested heavily in his growth, pairing him with veteran mentors like Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala, and believe he can eventually take on a larger role in their rotation. In fact, League Insider suggests that Golden State views Kuminga as more than just a role player. His potential to become a two-way star is a key reason the Warriors have resisted including him in trade discussions for other high-profile players including Kevin Durant. During last year's off-season rumors, the organization remains confident that Kuminga's ceiling is higher than most realize, and they are unwilling to mortgage their future for a win-now move that doesn't guarantee another championship. For now, the Warriors appear content to let other teams navigate the risks of acquiring Butler by refusing to part with Kuminga. They are signaling that they prioritize sustainable success over a short-term gamble, ensuring that their championship aspirations remain alive for years to come. Miami Heat. Golden State Warriors prefer $2 million player over Jimmy Butler. For a long time, the Golden State Warriors have been suggested as Jimmy Butler's most likely trade destination, but now that the 35-year-old appears to be on the verge of a Miami Heat exit, having made his feelings known publicly, a move to the Bay Area might no longer be on the cards. The Warriors had made a brilliant start to the season and were sitting atop the West at on. Their form has dipped drastically since then, though they are now 18-18, sitting at 10th in the West. Stephen Curry clearly needs some help, and it looks like the Warriors might be looking to go big rather than signing someone like Butler. Mark Spear said on NBA Today, "I'm hearing that the Warriors literally want to go bigger than Jimmy Butler, and what I mean by that, they're one of the most undersized teams in the league, so they're trying to get a big guy to go alongside Draymond Green." So people on their list include Vucevic, who has probably been maybe the top guy on that list. He can shoot threes, play inside. He makes $20 million as opposed to the $48 million Jimmy makes. Vic has been excellent for the Chicago Bulls this season. He is averaging 20.5 points, 10.1 rebounds and 3.3 assists while shooting a career-high 55.3% from the field and 42.4% from three. Yes, at 34 years of age he would not be a long-term solution, but the Warriors might not be looking for one either, as the focus has to be on maximizing Kawhi's remaining years on the court. So as the Warriors seemingly look to add a center to their ranks, it remains to be seen what the future holds for Butler. The Phoenix Suns are another team that he has been linked with lately, and the idea of a big three consisting of Butler, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker is certainly an intriguing one. Other than that, teams like the Dallas Mavericks, Houston Rockets, Brooklyn Nets and several others have been linked with Butler at one point or another over the last few months as he inches towards the Miami exit door. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Nikola? Leave your opinion in the comments.